Fair Labor Standards Act, minimum wage, overtime, those types of things, then I'm here to accept your complaints on that. If you are working, I do have a brochure back there that tells about the Fair Labor Standards Act. We also enforce a number of other laws, but none of which, the things that you're talking about today, that falls under my jurisdiction.
What about if they feel as though they've been wrongly terminated? Who do they talk to about that?
Employment will fall under me. If it's related to race, sex, color, national origin, religion, age,
Is everyone clear about that? If you
any employment issue, whether you apply to work there or you're actually working there and you were discriminated against, would come to me.
And what about corruption?
That's what my next question is, that I've heard it been referred to you for this gentleman's complaint, but although you've had several examples of these allegations of patterns of practices, has that been referred to you for you to go ahead and investigate that?
Yeah, by being here today, I've written down all of the notes about the allegations, and I expect to receive written versions documenting what I've taken notes on today.
But I'm not throwing with that on what's going to happen with that information, because I heard Attorney Carver say that litigation occurs, but it wouldn't occur at the expense of the citizens. But then I've also heard you say that when you go to court, you represent the United States government. So would you take on our, and I'm confused about the word referral, that we're referring to you saying,
we are not an investigative agency. The investigative agencies work with us and for us. So, for example, if you told me that you made allegations against a tax commissioner. You said that tax commissioner has engaged in public corruption. Now, I would like to have more specific facts. If that's all you have, then I will discuss it with my folks at the FBI, and then they will come back to me and tell me what they were able to find and whether or not it supports your allegation of public corruption. Based upon that conversation, we may or we may not pursue a prosecution against that tax commissioner.
well, specifically Judge Robert Russell. So if that could be something that you make sure that becomes part of this, that needs to be investigated, because that's actually.
But you understand that under our system and under this Constitution, we need as much factual information as to what he has done. My office cannot. It's just like somebody would come to me with your name. Just because somebody comes to me and tells me that you're a crook, I can't use the power of the government to conduct an untargeted investigation. If you tell me that Judge Russell is doing A, then I'm going to investigate, or the FBI will investigate the A that you described. But because you give me his name, it's not that I'm going to go and investigate, have the FBI investigate every facet of his life just because you think he may be doing something corrupt. So we're going to investigate the specific allegation that you make against him.
So excuse me 1 second. And because I can offer this because I've been here and I've been listening quite a while, I perceive that some of the issues we haven't even scratched the surface of many of the things that have been brought to my attention. That we are out of time today, so I know that several people that are here are going to talk about Judge Russell and have not had the opportunity yet. And so is there a way to arrange communication so that more details can be...
We will leave our card. One of the things that we'll do, I don't know, that there may be an ongoing investigation regarding individuals already. So that's one thing that we'll check immediately to determine whether or not they may already have initiated an investigation against individuals that you think are involved in public corruption. So we'll check that. We'll certainly definitely check that.
It is my desire, and I've been in probation for 21 years, and I found out that the FBI and the GPI and local officials, they all related to one another. Because I didn't want it not to be understood that we've been to Agent Slaughter in the Brunswick division of the FBI and been talking to him for 3 years and have given him the same paperwork that we're going to forward to you. You'll have it on your email Monday with the 33-page final report that we created concerning specifically Superior Court Sitting Judge Robert Russell. When we talk about underlying factors, he's working directly in conjunction in his office to learn how to steal the lands. Because the lands, understanding, are coming through, but he's also working on a LLC with a county attorney being the registered agent who sits and appears before the judge. So these are the specific allegations, and we will have every allegation on your email. We'll have the complaints on your email, and I understand you all are willing to come back tomorrow. But I did want to point out that these agencies are here for everybody, and we believe it's imperative that if you wanted to sit down with a member of these agencies, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, Mr. Buchanan, that maybe we could take that, say the last hour before 4 o'clock, and everybody could kind of privately talk with these federal agents to communicate or learn the communication of using their process under their legal system.
Additionally, understand that I believe HUD is going to be here tomorrow as well. And so if not everyone has an opportunity, you might want to focus on some of the federal resources that are here that cannot return tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
maybe we can just reserve our time for tomorrow.
So
But all agencies can be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I didn't plan to be here. I just need to move by today.
Can we have a show of hands for the residents, which agencies are available tomorrow? Okay.
So which one of you all will be here tomorrow? Concerning text big celebration.
Just so,
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so if Todd, you all don't be with the other people since we'll be here and then we.
Oh, we tomorrow,
permits.
okay. All right.
But since they won't, go ahead and get with them so we don't waste that time talking to us since we're gonna be here.
Just to let you know, so you won't think we are the bad guys, it wasn't clear that any of us here was to be here tomorrow.
no, it was not communicated, but there's been a different level of engagement with HUD than the other agencies. So if you guys don't forget us, you didn't know, there's been a little bit of a different engagement level.
Okay.
The doctor over there had been raising his hand for quite some time. I just wanted to point out something about the tax assessment. McIntosh County's been under state supervision for a couple of years because they haven't equalized the taxes. So their assessment was delayed last year. Then 2 tax bills came out the same year. They're under state mandate to equalize taxes, and it's not just people in Hall-County, it's not just people in McIntosh County, my friends in DeKalb County and Cobb County, Gwinnett County, we're all complaining about the tax assessment. I mean, clearly, mine went up 30% in 1 year.
Sir, thank you and appreciate the information that we received. The more information that you can provide, you may not think that the information is helpful or be valuable, but the more you can share with us, the more helpful it will be. Mr. Hall just made a comment, based upon this, something that he said that he's already communicated with the FBI. So there may be ongoing files already created about some of the allegations, because you guys have been pretty thorough in reaching out to different folks. And so if you've already spoken with Agent Slaughter in Brunswick, out of the Brunswick division, I'm sure he has a folder on it, and we will share with him when we have obtained the data and see if there's any differences or anything that requires any follow-up investigation, or whether or not he did any investigation at all. But those are good information to have.
Then we would ask that you talk to the CIA, Homeland Security, Alabama,
CIA doesn't work for me, so I have to tell you,
I mean, in terms of follow-up for the paperwork that we've sent to every entity within the United States government.
The CIA does not have that function, but I don't want to mislead. I could just tell you again, but I'm not sure. The CIA doesn't have that function.
Homeland Security, Africa Command, we have a number of entities that we learned have certain purview. You haven't heard of Africa Command?
No, I was just talking about DOJ, Homeland Security. I would say this for him, DOJ. They are like the federal agency attorneys. They don't want, we do them, but that's why he was saying as a referral. Because he's going to refer back, if it's an environmental violation, he's going to come back and refer it back to EPA. They don't do the job. Once we find out it needs to go into litigation, then that's when they come involved and represent, yes, the United States, but on your behalf in the courtroom. He's saying like the CIA, when he's saying he can't do it because they don't have jurisdiction. It's like you come to me and say something about housing. I'm gonna tell you, I cannot do it, but I have to refer to my federal colleague who can do it. So I don't want you to feel like he's a bad guy. He's just telling you what we can or cannot do from a federal standpoint of view. And it's going back to Congress. All of us is mandated by Congress.
No, the only communication I was making is that we have contacted every United States federal.
I understand, but in relation to the CIA, it's illegal for the CIA to investigate U.S. citizens in this country. Their investigations are done outside the country, so it would be a waste of time for them to contact. Even if I could, it would be a waste of time to contact the CIA to ask them to investigate someone here without them. They wouldn't do it, and if they did do it, it would be illegal.
Mr. Bartell? Mr. Bartell, so that we can let every member here that wants to talk to a federal agency for the community, could you just give us your assessment of this meeting?
Well, there's two reference points. The language that was used was know your rights. And we set up particularly that way so that the challenges that would come from the language barriers would be put on display. We were clear that the only thing the community could do was communicate in the language of the community. In many ways, that would not meet the test of reliable intake that federal agencies would need. But federal agencies can communicate that on their own, which you have now done. Today was a starting point to get the dialogue on display, and that has been accomplished, and we appreciate it.
So we're like, so at this time, Mr. Buchanan, would you just tell us the next step that you see?
Can I ask you just with the environmental concerns, can you send me a detail, my part of that, give me another one, of the concerns? Because when I go to my counterparts, they're going to ask me, like she said, the 5Ws, who, what, when, how, and I need to be able to provide that to them. If I cannot, I have to go back to you. So can you please email me the environmental, for my part, the environmental concerns?
Every documentation you have will be on by Monday midday.
Thank you.
So I think we should just kind of geographically break ourselves up as well, to give people space and time, room to move around, to see who they want to like to.
Well, did we ever establish, because I guess we did not establish properly, who, if they have a complaint about the county, who are they delivering those complaints to?
Depends on the complaint. They may have some county issues that's hood related, they may have some and if it comes like with the quality of living issues in the county, that's all. But anything like